Hey, we're gonna do a nice long circuit today, working on single side. Okay, so we're gonna work a lot more in the obliques, the erectors along the spine, and also some glute med, which is really important for us. Let's start off a good warm up. Okay, we're gonna circle that knee up. I want you to feel like you rotate that kneecap in, finish that circle off, and come into our side lunge. I want you to look for that hip, knee, and ankle line. No knee and toes facing directly forward. A little bit of a stretch on that inner thigh. You don't have to make that step big either, right? We can take it a little small. And really think about shifting your weight back into that hip. Okay, shoulders come forward, torso can stay long. And other side. Let's do that one more time on each side, and we're going to take it to the floor. So we've got three little exercises to warm us up and prep the muscles that we'll be using in our workout today. Start on your side. Scooch back. Fingertips lined up, kneecaps lined up, one on top of the other, but also in line with the hips, okay? We're going to reach this arm over the top, so we're going to drive the shoulder forward, and then up and back, and I want you to wash that hand. Relax into that for a second, and then bring that arm back. Reach. Breathe. I'm not going to be super picky about when you inhale or exhale, but I do want you to know how important it is to breathe through your exercises. Last one on this side. All right, other side. And you could just also roll over, but I want you to hear me. All right, here we go. Knees are up, stacked, fingertips start off stacked. Reach up and over. And again, reach forward. It's when that arm goes back that you really want to take a second to sink into relaxing into that and letting that spine have a nice bit of rotation there. Last one. All right, last exercise here before we get into our timer. We're going to keep our side plank here. Think about lining your heels up with your hips so your knees are forward, and you should have a nice bend to them. Then from here, we're going to pull that shoulder blade down in the back, and we're going to lift the rib cage up off the floor. Scoop that belly button up and in. As we lift up, we're going to lift the knee up. Careful of rotating the kneecap towards the sky. I want you to keep it facing forward, okay? Here we go. Lift up. We're going to do 8, 7, so glute med, obliques. 5, this is always packed down. 3, 2, and 1. Swoop it over to the other side. Here we go. Heels are in line. Posture, shoulder blade down, rib cage lifted, and lift. 2. Are you zipping up from that pelvic floor? Got 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we have 3 rounds to get through. Okay, we're going to use a timer. About halfway through, I'm going to switch into a very similar exercise. We're going to do that without rest, and then we will rest in between each exercise as we go from core to hips. Well, I guess that is core too, but planking to some more leg-focused movements, okay? So we're going to start off in a plank. On the hands, if you can take that there. You can also lift yourself up onto a step stool to make that a little bit easier and to give your wrist something to hold on to. Okay, in our plank, kick one leg through, reach up to the sky. Do that again. Other side. Reach it up. So we're trying to kick through and keep that leg nice and straight. So we have this scissor. Hands come to a T, or arms come to a T. Make sure you're coming all the way open on that chest. This is the last one we're going to do. And then we're going to come back to center, come down to your elbows, and we're going to drop side to side. We have 10 seconds left. Okay? Rotate, rotate. Very good. A little bit of rest. Stand it up. So this transition is going to be a little bit more. We're going to need to come down to the floor quickly. If you have a weaker leg, start on your weaker leg. Single leg, deadlift. Bend into the knee. I want you to really pay attention to your footing. Ground yourself into the ground, right? Push your energy into the floor. Hips back, chest out, long spine. Give me one more here. I'm standing on my right leg. I'm going to take it to the floor. Put my left knee in, so I'm still working that right leg. And we're going to come up and down. So now we're going to do that exact same movement on the other side, okay? So that transition to the floor, that's it, needs to be quick so you have time to get into your bridge. And the next 2 rounds that we do, we're actually going to hold the bridge. So find your other leg, soft bend in the knee, leg back, so you're coming into a nice flat spine, right? Try not to round or lift. Hips shifting slightly back. Rib cage coming off and away from that rib, from those hips. Right, one more. Quick transition. Hug that right knee in and up and down. Feel the ball of the foot, making sure that that knee is not falling out to the side. Kneecap is in line with that hip joint. Now we get to stay on the floor, okay? Because we're going to go into side planks. So we're going to come here and we're just going to go up and down. If you'd like to, you can take that knee. That's okay too. Every time you lift up, I want you to think about the waist that's closest to the floor, squeezing to lift the hips. Okay, do one more. We're going to sit on the floor. You can choose to have your feet lifted. Now I'm just twisting. I was on my left shoulder. I'm just twisting to the left side of the body. If you want to lift your feet, that's fine too. Scoop that belly button in. Rounding through the spine. There should be no stress on that low back. Okay, now we're going to shift that over to the other side. Got it? Side plank. We're going to dip up and down, and then we're going to twist into that same side that was working. Here we go. If you take that knee, careful of letting the knee come too far forward. Okay, it should stay fairly in line with that hip. And if you want to stack your feet, take that top leg and just kind of go heel toe. All right, let's give me one more. Sit and lean back. Feet, heels can be lightly on the floor, back to center, and then just to the right. You got it. 8. We have one more set of exercises. Oh, we don't have to get up. We're going to come onto all fours. I'm going to kick out one leg and just lift that leg. The one thing I want you to be careful of, though, is that when you lift the leg, you're letting the whole body move. No, no, no. You want that leg. It should be really hard to lift it a few inches. If it's not, then you could be taking more weight to compensate onto the other side. Give me one more. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Side plank, and you're just going to lift that top leg. You're going to keep it up. I want you to think about as if somebody is grabbing your ankle, and you could be on this foot too, grabbing your ankle and pulling that leg so this quad is nice and tight. The foot stays level with the hip. It doesn't need to go any higher. Perfect. Let's do that on the other side, and then we're going to start all over again. That was one round. Ready? All right, so we're on all fours. Kick that one leg out. Squat, quad tight. Leg straight, knee straight. You can tell if you're compensating by feeling where your weight shifts in your hands. You want to try as best you can to keep that equal. I'm fighting to get that up as high as that's going right now. Okay, one more. One more. Okay. Side plank on that side. Lift that leg. Knee or toe. But notice how I'm flexing my ankle here. It's not just relaxed. I want energy shooting out through that heel, please. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're not even getting up, okay? We're gonna go back into our plank. We're gonna kick through, and then we're gonna go into little hip rainbows, drops, okay? All right, kick it through, rotate open. You need to take it to the knee. That's gonna be a little bit tricky, right, on this move. So that's why I was saying it makes it a lot easier just to come up higher. Okay, so on this one, knees, it's gonna be really hard. Last one, okay, and elbows. Here we can take it to the knees. Try to think about keeping the length in that spine though. We're not arching as we twist. Long spine. Length through the lower back. Stand it up. If you have a leg that's harder to balance on, start on that leg, okay? So, we're here and up. Every time I hinge forward, I'm thinking about trying to pull my rib cage away from my hips. Two energies going in opposite directions. I soften this knee to take more energy down to the floor. Give me one more. Remember, we're gonna stand on this leg, whatever leg you're standing on. Come down to the floor. We're just holding. We're holding this time. I want you to lift the hips. Try not to overextend the back. Keep that back in a neutral arch there. Big toe down, heel down, glute tight. Your adductor should be working too because your knee's staying in line. And bring it down. Good job. Come on up. Let's do that on the other leg. Extend that back leg. So every time the shoulders go down, that back leg should go up, right? Moving as one. Okay. Standing on that foot's going to continue to be the working leg on the floor. Then we go up and down. Knee stays in line with the hip. Oh, not up and down. We're holding. We're holding. If you remember that, good on you. Happens to the best of us. And lower down. All right, we're coming into that side plank. Up and down, and then into our twists, okay? Knees or toes. The whole timer's 43 seconds. Okay, so I do about 23 seconds or 20-ish seconds of this movement, and then we do a little less than half in the other movement. Ready? And go ahead. So I was on my right elbow. I'm going to just twist to the right side. Your option, lift the feet or keep those heels lightly on the floor. Back to center, and then just to this one side. Squeeze those obliques on that side. All right, other side. And then guess what? We only have to do this all one more time, right? All right, up and down. Good. We're here for about 10 more seconds. Up and down, up and down, up and down. All right. Sit. Twist just to that side. Back to center. We're not moving the arms, right? You want to move from your rib cage. The arms move, but I don't want this to be the focus because that's not going to work. Those obliques. You got to twist from the rib cage. There you go. On all fours. If you were just rotating to the left, I would encourage you to start on the right leg. Lift, lift. Same idea. This leg is energy, right? The ankle's nice and flexed. Quad is engaged. Knee is nice and straight. And I am not shifting the rest of my body with every lift of that leg. Give me one more on that side. Okay, that leg stays lifted. Knee or toes, right? If you're on your knee, bend that. Let's keep this lifted and keep energy running out of that heel, nice and strong. Right through here. Keep that leg lifted. All right, let's do that on the other side. Okay. On all fours. Extend that leg out. Here we go. Gonna take some abdominals too, to make sure you're not just lifting and rocking the body, right? Keep that hip down. There's an anchor pulling on that hip. So we're just lifting the leg. One more. Oh, side plank. Lift that leg. Shoot energy out of that heel. Lift. Oh, we got this. We have one more round. Lower down. All right, we're gonna come into planks. So like I was saying, if it's too hard on the floor for the wrists or for the core, then take it up higher, okay? Come to a chair. Okay. Rotate. Last round. Okay? You have about 5 minutes of work left. Let's go one more time. Come back to center. Drop it down to your elbows and twist. You got this. Stay strong. Long spine. Nice work. Stand it up. Start on your weaker hip. Okay. And we're going to hold again. Let's see if I can remember. Here we go. Long, flat back. Right? Soft bend in that standing knee. My hips go back just ever so slightly to make sure that that length happens in that lower back. One more. Okay, keep that foot on the floor. Hug the other knee in. Lift and squeeze. Squeeze. Focus on this squeeze. Okay? Being present. Pay attention to the muscles we are helping to get stronger, right? Okay, last time on this other side, and then we're on the floor with our last two exercises. Here we go. Long spine, soft bend. If you have the option to do these exercises, like single leg stuff without shoes on, I really highly encourage you to do so. Our feet are our foundation. Everything improves when you get stronger there. Last one. All right, holding. That same foot goes to the floor. Squeeze the other knee in. Keep some weight in the ball of the foot. Pull that knee in and squeeze and lift. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Good job. Okay, side plank. Ready? Here we go. Last set here. Take it where you need it. Challenge yourself. Don't just settle. There's no progress when we do that. So if you're going to your knee just because you feel like it, get up off that knee. Come on, you got 5. A little more than that, sorry. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Sit, twist in that direction. Back to center. Twist. I want to see your chest turn. All right, good job. Other side. 2.5 minutes left on the timer. Ready? Up and down. This shoulder should be, shoulder blades really packed down the body, keeping this shoulder nice and strong and more supported, okay? 10 seconds. One more dip. All right, last twist here. Twist, twist. Try not to cross your ankles. I still want to do that, but let's keep the tension out of those ankles and up here when we're trying to use it. And also, you use your own muscles, right? Trying to hold those legs together rather than creating that crossover. Okay, last time for that glute med. Here we go. Try to keep that knee nice and straight. No rocking in the rest of the body. 3, 2, and 1. Side plank, lift, nice and strong through that leg. Shoulders are stacked, hips stacked, vertical lines. 8, 3, 2, and time. Good job. All right, here we go. Last set. Ooh, that felt good. All right, here we go. Brace your core. Should feel like right here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, almost there, almost there. And lower down. Good job. Oh, we're done. You want a quick, nice little stretch? Let's actually, just a nice pigeon pose for today would be a good thing.